Hey everybody, it's Mia. As you saw from the title of my video, I guess, blown my surprise, but I'm here to update you all. On my last video, I said that my husband and I were going to start trying to have a baby as I am no longer considered with PCOS. Or I should say I have a mild case of PCOS. I still have it, but just really like minor. So we started trying and I'm pregnant. So it only took 1 month. It was our first month try and I got pregnant. So we're like beyond happy. I'm extremely shocked. I can't like get over how shocked I am that it happened in a month. I never in a million years thought I would get pregnant that quickly. So it's all starting to sink in. I found out on Saturday. And I will say this, if you're a friend of mine on my personal Facebook page, like with my real name, please don't mention anything because I haven't told everyone yet. We're still waiting. We're very early right now. Today is actually the first day of my 5th week. So we're going to wait a few more weeks before we tell everyone. So if you're a friend of mine on my weight loss Facebook page, feel free to share or to comment on there. That's fine. A couple people from my real personal life that are on there know already, so there's no secrets on that page. But I wanted to start documenting now. Like I said, it's early, we're at 5 weeks, but I wanted to start documenting for 2 reasons. One, for myself, just to have a record and kind of like a video diary of my pregnancy, and also for other weight loss surgery patients. So I know there are a few other people on YouTube that have had weight loss surgery and have become pregnant. Some video about it, video blog, and some don't. So I really wanted to try my best to do once a week updates throughout my pregnancy to kind of talk about how I'm feeling and how my surgery is affecting my pregnancy or not affecting my pregnancy. So I guess I'll just give you a little bit of a background at how we got where we are today, and that is before my weight loss surgery, my highest recorded weight, the highest weight I ever saw on the scale was 270 pounds. The day of surgery, I weighed 261. My husband also had surgery, and he had it 2 weeks before me, so I lost like 5 or 6 pounds right before my surgery because I felt bad eating around him. So I dropped like a few pounds right before. So, I mean, like technically I consider I was like 270 pounds. We tried for a couple of years to get pregnant and nothing. My PCOS was pretty severe. I never got my periods, so it was definitely a hindrance. I decided to have surgery specifically to get pregnant. I, of course, wanted to lose the weight, but more so wanted to have a baby at some point. And when I decided to have surgery, I think I was 31 at the time, and I knew like I would have to wait for at least a year after surgery to try to get pregnant, so I figured I had to get a move on and get started. So that's what I did. Fast forward I'm counting in my head, I'm sorry, like 18 months. I'm just shy of my 18-month gastric bypass. I started seeing a fertility specialist a few months ago, and you know, they said they did all the tests and like all these workups and everything looked good. The only thing is my ovulation was kind of weak. It was like late in the cycle, so they said I would do some fertility medication, and they were just going to start on the very lowest, which is Clomid, and I took 50 milligrams, which is the least amount they can give you. So I took that, and then I took an Ovidril shot, which actually like forces you to ovulate. So because I had tried for 2 years prior to getting pregnant, I decided with my doctor to do what's called an IUI procedure, which is intrauterine insemination. So basically what they do is they take like your partner, your husband's sperm, and put it like in this little like syringe thing. Basically it's like a needleless syringe with like a catheter thing on it, and they insert it into your cervix and put the sperm right there. So I did the Clomid, like I said, and then 36 hours before they wanted to do the procedure, actually I should say 48 hours before, I went into the doctor, had an ultrasound. They looked at the follicles. I had one follicle that was like the perfect size, they said, what they ideally like want to see. I think it was 24 millimeters if I remember correctly. And all my blood work was what the nurse said was like perfect, like it was all ideal. So once they determined I had a good follicle, they sent me home with an Ovidrel shot, and they said, okay, take this tonight at midnight and you'll come back 36 hours later from midnight. So my husband gave me the shot. I had to wake him up at midnight, gave me the shot, and then we went in 36 hours later and they did the procedure. And the reason we did that too is really just because we didn't want to go spend another year trying. We really just decided, look, we already tried 2 years. I'm 33. We know what my issues are. You know, it's likely that this will help speed up like the actual conception. So let's do it. And so we did. And I found out on Saturday that I'm pregnant. So we're really, really happy, and I'm really, really shocked. So like I said, it's sinking in. I'm due on May 31st. So then the next step, I had already actually had an appointment with, and I don't remember their exact title, but it's like a maternity fetal risk physician, something like that. So when I had my gastric bypass, they told me when I got pregnant that I could be high risk pregnancy. And when I do get pregnant, to go ahead and see a doctor to determine if I would be treated as high risk. So I had that appointment with a doctor already, just as a preconception meeting. And so since I found out Saturday I got pregnant, my appointment was for Monday. So I went in and we ended up having like a real appointment. So they took my medical history, wanted to know like my history before surgery, what my medical issues were, and what my history is now. So prior to surgery, I had hypertension. I was on a really high dosage of blood pressure medication, to the point where they had to increase it 4 times until I could get my blood pressure under control. I also had sleep apnea, and I was really insulin resistant. Like, my doctor told me that the infertility specialist I was working with in Miami at the time, before my surgery, told me it was literally one of the worst cases he'd ever seen. And I think I was like 10 or 11 times what I was supposed to be. So now that I've lost 90 pounds, I don't have any issues, nothing anymore. I take no medication, there's no hypertension, my insulin level is perfect, and I don't have sleep apnea anymore. So after my meeting with the doctor, she said, you're not high risk, so you don't need to come back and see me, which was good news. So right now I'm just under the care of the RE, which is the infertility doctor. I don't even know what RE stands for. Maybe reproductive and endocrinologist, maybe. But I'm under his care for a few more weeks. I have to go, they said in the beginning, every 2 to 3 days to have my blood work done to check my HCG to make sure it keeps going up, which means the baby is growing or the pregnancy is continuing. When we found out I was pregnant, it was 425, and they say that it'll double every 2 days. When I went yesterday for my blood work, it was 2,356. So I'm more than doubling. So they said I don't need to come every 2 to 3 days. I can go once a week. They said once I hit 6,000, they'll do an ultrasound. So at this rate, I think I'm going to hit 6,000 by the end of next week. So the question then will be, will they really do an ultrasound that early? Because at that point, I'll only be like maybe 6.5 weeks. So we'll see. It's all kind of a waiting game, and we're waiting. We've told a lot of people, like we've told our family, and we just believe in putting it out there. It's a really positive, happy thing, and I really believe in like positive thoughts and energy and prayers and all that. So we've put it out there so that people can start praying for us and sending positive thoughts our way. So that's pretty much where we stand. I know it was a mouthful to get that all out, but I wanted to kind of record my history for myself, and also for those of you that are hoping or trying to get pregnant at some point. I know many people who have weight loss surgery do it for the same reason I did, and that is to get pregnant and have a healthy pregnancy. So I want to be able to help whoever is going to go down the same path I am on right now with whatever I learn to help you, and give you advice based on what I've learned or what I've gone through. So that's about it. My weight this morning is 181.7. I'm up a little bit, I think, from my last video, and I don't think it has anything to do with the pregnancy. I think it's I was out of town this weekend for my dad's surprise birthday, and I think I ate more than I normally do. And from the time I did the IUI procedure until we found out I was pregnant, I did not work out. My husband was like, just don't work out. Let's just take it easy for these 2 weeks and see. So I haven't worked out. I went yesterday to spinning, which is another thing. I asked the high-risk doctor if I could continue my exercise at the level I was at, and she basically said, go for it. It's just a matter of listening to your body, and your body will tell you when you need to start slowing down. Either your belly will tell you or your body tells you. So I went to spin yesterday. I'll be honest, it's going to take me a little bit of time to get rid of the paranoia when I'm in class that, oh no, like I'm hurting, this isn't good for the baby. Because I know logically in my mind it's the best thing for the baby. So I have to get over that, like, you know, treating myself with kid gloves thing. So that's that. So again, my weight is 181.7. They said the first trimester I shouldn't really gain anything. So I'm going to try and stick with that because my BMI is still considered overweight. It's only recommended I gain 15 to 25 pounds, which is fine. That's... I would love to just gain 15 or 20, believe me, because if I see over 200 on the scale, I'm going to cry. Be really upset. So I have like 19 pounds until that happens, so I'm just going to try and be really healthy and see if I can keep it up to 199 at my maximum. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, that's it. That's my first pregnancy update, week 5. I'll be back next week with my week 6 update. Take care, everybody. Bye.